Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, so today we're bringing you the likes and dislikes of the new Android P operating system. And really with this, it's heavy on likes and dislikes. Like I think this is going to be very polarizing when it comes out. And quite frankly, I think that you don't want this in your current phone. If I'm to be honest, just because I think they have a lot to do in terms of changes and improvements that this needs before it should be rolled out to the public. But let's get to the likes and dislikes. First of all, let's get to the big one, and that is the gesture. So this comes with a lot of different parts. So first I'm just going to go into the gesture itself. Swiping up from any app to then to your recent apps, I do think is intuitive, especially because you still have the home button if you just want to go home. So I do think that's more intuitive than pressing the button of recent apps. Overall, I like the gesture part of that very well. I also do appreciate the slide because one of the things that I used so often before this Android P is the double tap the recent apps button to go an app back. With this, you can quickly slide at the bottom and that will do the same thing basically. So I can quickly slide to the right and it'll take me back to my most recent app before this one. So it works pretty much the same and it's not so bad or jogging or anything like that. Now you also have the manual rotation, which overall I think it's good if you like to use manual rotation, although I do think that icon needs to stick around a little bit longer. Sometimes it goes away really quickly and you don't even get a second to press it. So overall that's one thing that definitely needs improvement and needs to be around longer. Another thing is adaptive battery. Sure, anything that a phone or an operating system can do to give us more battery life, we're always going to be in favor of. And again, this is one thing though that I really do see more as Google catching up to other manufacturers such as LG and Samsung or Huawei that have been doing this for a while, and Google's finally bringing it to stock Android. Another thing is app actions. Now, basically this is taking a step further and kind of letting you know, hey, if you're searching Lyft, you might automatically want to go to navigate to home on Lyft. This is the price, this is the distance. Do you want to do it? I like that. Anything that allows me to get things done quicker is pretty good. Same thing along the lines with slices, because again, that's a similar thing. The whole thing is getting things done quicker. Now, for the last part of the only part I do like about the new, minimizing your experience whole shtick that Google's trying to pull off is wind down. I do like the grayscale adaptation, basically so that when you're using it for a while at night, that it does turn it automatically to grayscale. Again, it's just another thing like blue light filter, anything to make you go to sleep so you're not up all night on your phone, I do believe is a good thing. Now the dislikes. Oh man, let me tell you, the recent apps showing sucks. It just sucks. I don't know, but I think Google has forgotten Android is about productivity and iOS is about looking good, and Android can look good, but not in lieu of productivity. So first big thing about the all apps being on there is they take up the whole page. So you have to take forever to get back and forth between your apps. I have a lot of apps open. I don't have time to scroll through all of them that way, them being full pages. It is not good and I don't like it. I feel like I would keep my apps always to about 5 or 6 just so I wouldn't have so many, like I would be closing them down. Which brings me to my next thing, closing all. How did you lose the close all button? What are you, Google? Come on. That is horrible. That needs to be updated immediately on the next beta. You really need a close all button. There is no excuse for not having a close all button in 2018. Every smartphone, you can get a $100 Android smartphone and it would have that. Hell, Android Go smartphones have that. Like, you need to have that. That is ridiculous that Android P didn't have that at start. And it's definitely something that needs to be implemented right away. Overall, I do not like this recent apps menu, and I'm gonna go over in another video on how Samsung and Nova already have a much better solution than Android P does now. Finally, let's get to the new other things about, besides winding down, Google wants you to lose your electronics less, so use them less. Well, dashboard and app timer are stupid. First of all, I don't need you all in my business, Google. Quite frankly, it's just like, why do I want to know how much time I'm spending on things? Do I need a parent? Are you going to be my parent, Google? Are you paying me allowance? I mean, I just want to know, because if you're going to go this route, what is the benefit? Just like, oh my God, I'm spending this much time. I know how much time I'm spending. You don't need to tell me nothing. Like, I really do not like that dashboard. Like, I will turn it off immediately. And I don't really think anyone's going to gain a benefit from it. And the reason why that annoys me so much is because when you spend time, so much time in fact, on a software or hardware where it could have been time spent elsewhere, like putting a close all button, something like that would have been far more useful than this dashboard implementation. I don't think the average user will ever use it. I think they're going to disable it immediately, because guess what? I don't need you running in the background taking up other cache, other RAM, other things where it doesn't need to be you. I would rather have this thing off. Second, app timer. Again, such a useless thing. Who is going to kind of limit themselves on time that much? If you want to do something like that, you would get an app for that, basically, if you're really that involved. I don't think putting this and implementing it like, oh, better set yourself some limits, you know, 15 minutes only or 30 minutes. Like, you can just say, hey, Google, set a reminder. And that would be it to be able to do it. So that is the big thing. To just do something like that would be a lot better than an app timer. I don't see that as being useful. And again, I think it's something that everyone's going to turn off immediately. And I'm really curious, in the comment section, let me know, is Google telling you, hey, you spend 5 hours streaming video, you spend 2 hours answering text messages, and you spend this much, like, is Google telling you that any benefit to you? And would you ever app time yourself on an everyday purpose, or would you just find it annoying? Would you, as soon as it tells you, oh, your 30 minutes are up, you would just be like, off? Like, you know, I mean, let me know in the comment section, because those are my likes and dislikes of Android P. Overall, I'm not that impressed with this operating system, and I really have to say, although I like the gesture swipe up, there are better implementations that definitely could happen, especially on the home screen. And again, we will have a video comparing the Samsung Nova combination, which has way better gestures and implementation overall compared to Android P. And that's something that's really kind of poor when Android P is already outdated before it comes out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you as always for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.